Thanks for joining us today. We greatly appreciate having the opportunity to work with you and your family. So what's going on with the debt ceiling, and where does this leave investors now? Well, first off, understand that it's very, very likely that there will be a compromise on the debt ceiling. Numerous times in our past, our country has been run by either a Republican Democratic Party or a Whig or Republican Democratic Party, whatever it was. And so usually, unfortunately, with our political system, we don't make a deal until we have to. We don't compromise until we reach the end. We saw this in 2011 when then President Barack Obama and then Speaker of the House John Boehner made a compromise. They agreed to cut government spending. And actually, they reduced overall spending for the federal government for the first time in modern history. And then those cuts lasted until the election of President Donald Trump. And so we also saw in 2012 that when John Boehner and Barack Obama could not compromise, the then Senator, or at the time Vice President Joe Biden, and the Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell got together and they did a compromise deal. And so don't put it past something like that happening again. Don't put it past some deal coming out of nowhere where a compromise is reached and we reach a deal on raising the debt ceiling. If we don't raise the debt ceiling, if that doesn't happen to investors, it'll probably be short term. It's very, very likely that maybe for a few days the debt ceiling isn't raised. But as with any creditor, you have to pay your mortgage or your debtors first. So it's very, very unlikely that if a debt ceiling wasn't increased, that they would not pay the debtors of the United States federal government. And then we also have this really unique date coming up. It's June 15th of next month. So the Congressional Budget Office says the government's going to run out of money around June 3rd or 4th to June 10th. Janet Yellen believes we'll run out of money around June 1st or maybe a little later. But we all know on June 15th, self-employed individuals and people that are retired, their quarterly estimates are due. So it's very, very likely that in June, we will see a large cash infusion. And that's why they originally thought the debt ceiling wouldn't be reached till August or September, because when this day hits, a lot of self-employed people will start paying in money for their taxes for the 2023 year. And so if there is a compromise, which is most likely, if there's not a compromise, the government's going to get a lot of money very soon. So as always, when we look at investments, this has happened a lot. You know, when President Reagan was president and Tip O'Neill was Speaker of the House, they constantly shut down the government trying to figure out what the budget would be and what to do. And so it's very, very likely we'll see a deal. If we don't, though, in the short term, we will see markets decline. And then as soon as the deal is made, markets will recover. That's what happens in the past, and it's likely what to happen this time. And so why not just sell everything? Why not just wait till things get better? Well, because it's very simple. Often things get better before you can react. When a deal is made and the uncertainty is removed, it's very, very likely markets will rally so quickly that you won't have the opportunity to buy back in. And that's the hard part about investing. The good news is, as of right now, the economy is strong, things are still moving forward, and things are going. So once we get through this debt ceiling deal, and the most recent Federal Reserve minutes show that they're likely very close to being done raising interest rates, a lot of the headwinds that have been affecting investments for the last 16 months appear to be on the way out. And that's a very positive thing for investors. And that's one of the key things to be a successful investor historically has been to stay the course, stay with your plan. As always, if you have any questions or concerns about your plan, what's going on, please feel free to give me a call at 931-728-2130 or email me, Brent@McKayWealth.com. Thanks for tuning in today and have a blessed day.